Right, so last time we did this it didn't have any sound, so I'm going to do this rather quickly. You'll just have to keep up. Now this is a spreadsheet that we have going on. Now first I need to show you where you can find links to get things from. So generally you want to go to the blog here. Now if you go to my blog page, you'll probably just find this, where you'll find tons of little entries and you're not sure how to find the one with the link that you want. But I've used the word budget in each of the posts for this, so I'm just going to put the word budget in a search, and now it limits all of them to search only for budget. And sure enough, here's the links to costs. So let's say I want to find, say, how much I should spend on food in a month. I can go down here, vacations, phone, food, and if I click on the link, it'll take me to how much an average Canadian household spends on food at the store per month. Food purchased from stores looks like that much, $53.06. So if I put that in here, I might put equals $53.06. But that said average over the course of a year. So I'm going to divide it by 12 months. Well, that says I'm spending that much per year. But also, don't forget, that said by household. So I'm going to go check out the other link, which says how many people live in a Canadian household in a year. Well, it says 2.5 on average across Canada. So I'm going to say this much in a year divided by the months divided by the number of people. Now that's a reasonable amount to spend on food in a month. But you know what? I'm only 19 years old on minimum wage, so I think I'm going to spend a little less than the average Canadian. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put brackets in here so that it does that formula all on itself. This is now the formula for what the average Canadian spends. But I spend a little bit less than the average Canadian. I'm going to starve just a little bit. There you go. That's what I'm spending per month. Now, when Mr. Ewert clicks on this, he's going to see a formula. And when he asks me about the formula, I'll be able to tell him what happened. I'll be able to say, well, I got this number from that website. I got this number from a website divided by the months by the people minus $60, and I can explain it. But I want to make sure I give them the website too. So I'm going to insert a hyperlink to that website. I'm going to go to that website that I used. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it in, and I now have a link. So Mr. Ewert knows where I got my money from and how I figured out what it would cost per person per month. Each cell should have either a cost or a formula telling Mr. Ewert where I got the money. For example, furniture. I estimated $3,000 for all my furniture. I figure I'll replace it every 15 years, 12 months in a year. That works out to $16 a month. Now the rent, boy, there's no formula there. So you must have gotten it from a website. So once again, I'm going to go like this, hyperlink, find a website where I got my rental property from. Let's see. I'm going to find an apartment on Kijiji. Going to find a bachelor apartment. Alright, there we go. Found one off Henderson Highway. And there's my link, and it's $699. So let's see, 699. There we go. Mr. Ewert knows where I got my money from and how much it is. Now we're going to figure out totals. All of these come together for a total of my living expenses. To do that, you'll see it says sum and has brackets. Well, I'll show you the easy way we did that. We just put equal, and then we went up here, home, auto sum, and it's going to say auto sum which ones. Oh, wait a second. No equals. There we go. Sum. It's going to say these ones. Yes. Enter. Now it has the total of all of these. If I ever move and raise my rent, it'll automatically change its number. You'll notice that changed. So once I've done that in each column, totaled, now what needs to happen, well, I'll put some numbers in here. I need to add all these totals up to find out what it's going to cost altogether, my total budget for the month. So in this one, here's my formula. Now that looks a little complicated, so I'll explain. I'll redo it. Equals this plus that plus this. Now it makes the change. If I ever change things, like maybe I get rid of my pet, watch, this will change and this will change. It saves me money. Now, two things we need to figure out. How much we're getting paid and how much extra spending cash we have. So to figure out how much we're getting paid, this is my formula. This is $11 an hour, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 4 weeks a month. Let's try that again. $11 an hour times 8 hours a day times 5 days a week times 4 weeks. So that's how much I can expect to make. How did I get this? I figure out my monthly expenses, and this minus my expenses is what I have left. So I went here, and I just went equals what I make minus what I pay. Click. Now some people also want to save up for school. So I just said equals what I have left. That's pretty much everything you need to know about the spreadsheet. It happened pretty quick, but you can watch the video or ask Mr. Ewert for help.